Students, open up page number 60. Now we are going to discuss about the most important cell organelle, that is the nucleus. This is the picture of the nucleus. Nucleus is present in all the eukaryotic cell. In animal cell it is present in the center, while in plant cell it is pushed to a side due to a large central vacuole. Now in the diagram you can see the nuclear envelope. A double membrane on the outside of the nucleus is known as nuclear envelope, and the small pores are present on the nuclear envelope are known as nuclear pore. And if we talk about the nucleoplasm, it is the granular fluid inside a nuclear envelope. In the center of the diagram, you can see the nucleolus. Now, what is a nucleolus? It is a dark spot in nucleus where ribosomal RNA are formed and assemble as ribosomes. In this diagram, you can also see the chromosomes. Chromosomes are only visible in nucleus during cell division. During non-dividing phase, it is in the form of thread-like structure called chromatin. Prokaryotes have no nucleus, they only have DNA submerged in cytoplasm. Now students, the next organelle which we are going to discuss is ribosome. Now if we talk about the structure and composition of ribosome, so basically ribosomes are tiny small granules composed of equal amount of protein and RNA. And now if we talk about their location, where they are located, so they are floating freely in the cytoplasm or are attached to endoplasmic reticulum. They are not bounded by any membrane and are also present in prokaryotes. Now what is the function of ribosome? The main function of ribosome is protein synthesis. When a ribosome is not in a working phase, then they separate into separate units, larger subunit and smaller subunit, which you can clearly see in the picture. The next organelle is mitochondria on page number 62. Mitochondria only found in eukaryotes and they are double membrane bounded organelles. As you can see in the diagram that there are two membranes in a mitochondria. The outer membrane is smooth but the inner membrane are in the shape of enfoldings called cristae. Now what is the function of mitochondria? They are basically the sites of aerobic respiration and are also known as powerhouse of the cell. On page number 62, the next cell organelle are plastids. Plastids are membrane-bound organelle but only present in plant cells and algae cells. There are three types of plastids. Number 1, chloroplast. You can see in the diagram that it has a double membrane. The outer membrane is smooth while the inner layer gives rise to thylakoids. A pile of thylakoid is called granum, and the fluid that is present inside the chloroplast is called stroma. Chloroplasts contain green pigment called chlorophyll present in the thylakoid. Now what is the function of chloroplast? Chloroplasts are basically the sites of photosynthesis. The second type of plastid is chromoplast. They contain pigment which gives bright colors and are present in flower, petals and fruits. Now what is the function of chromoplast? Chromoplasts give color to flower and fruits and help in pollination and fruit dispersal. The third type of plastid is leucoplast. Leucoplasts are colorless and are present in cells of those parts where food storage is done. Their function is to store starch, protein and lipid. The cell organelle which we are going to talk about is endoplasmic reticulum on page number 63. It is a network of interconnected channels that are present between cell membrane to nuclear envelope. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, RER and SER. RER stands for rough endoplasmic reticulum. Due to its rough appearance, it has given this name RER. They have rough appearance because a number of ribosomes are attached to it, which you can clearly see in the picture. Its function is to synthesize protein. SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Its surface is smooth because it has no ribosomes attached to it. Its function is to metabolize lipid, to transport material from one to other part of the cell, and the detoxification of harmful chemicals. Here is the difference between SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are absent in SER but are present in RER. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is present near the cell membrane, where the rough endoplasmic reticulum is present near the nucleus. SER is formed of tubules while RER is formed of cisternae. SER is found in lipid-forming cells, whereas RER is found in protein-forming cells. Now students, open page number 64. The cell organelle we are going to discuss right now is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus was discovered by Camillo Golgi. It is a set of flattened sacs called cisternae. When many cisternae are stacked over each other, they form Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. It is found in both animal and plant cell. And its function is to modify molecules coming from rough endoplasmic reticulum and pack them in small sacs called Golgi vesicles, which can be transported to different locations in cell. Our next cell organelle is lysosome on page number 64. Lysosome was discovered by Christian René Didove. They have only one layer. They contain digestive enzymes and it is involved in breakdown of food and waste material in cell. How does it function? Lysosome combine with vacuole having target material, then the digestive enzyme break the target material. Now students, we are going to learn about centrioles on page number 65. Centrioles are present in both animals and many unicellular organisms. They have hollow and cylindrical shape. Each centriole is made up of 9 triplets of microtubules. Animals have 2 centrioles in exterior part of nucleus. 2 centrioles are collectively called centrosome. What is the function of centriole? They are involved in spindle formation during cell division and also in the formation of cilia and flagella. Students, the last cell organelle is vacuole on page number 65. Vacuoles are single membrane bounded organelle and they are filled with fluid. They are present in both animal cell and plant cell. In animal cells, many small vacuoles are present, while in plant mature cells, small vacuole fuses to form large vacuole in the center. Vacuoles can be in the form of food vacuole or contractile vacuole for the removal of waste from the body. This is the diagram of a general prokaryotic cell. And you can clearly see the different parts of a prokaryotic cell that includes cell wall, cell membrane, plasmid, chromosome, ribosome, and a flagellum. Now students, we are going to discuss about the differences between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell on page number 66. Eukaryotic cell have prominent nucleus, whereas prokaryotic cell do not have any prominent nucleus. In eukaryotic cell, many membrane-bounded organelles such as mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, etc., they are present, while such organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell. In eukaryotic cell, ribosomes are larger in size, whereas in prokaryotic cell, ribosomes are smaller in size. In eukaryotic cell, cell wall is made up of cellulose or chitin, whereas in prokaryotic cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, which is a complex molecule of glucose and protein. And students, the topic that we are going to discuss right now is relationship between cell function and cell structure on page number 67. Living organisms composed of different type of cells. Each type performs specific function. Cells of one type may differ from other in following aspects: size and shape. Red blood cells (RBC) are round to fix globular hemoglobin. Nerve cell. Nerve cells, they are long to transmit nerve impulses from one part to another part. Xylem cells. Xylem cells are tube-like and have hard and thick walls to conduct water and to give support. Surface area to volume ratio. Root hair cells have large surface area to absorb large amount of mineral and water. Presence or absence of organelle. Cells involved in secretions have more complex endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus as compared to other cells. Cells involved in photosynthesis must have chloroplast in them. Our next topic is cell as an open system. Cell takes substances needed for its functioning through cell membrane. Then it performs different metabolic processes and form products and byproducts. Cell then use these products or transport them to the other cell or store or secrete them out. Students, our last topic is cell size and surface area to volume ratio on page number 68. Cell size and shape are related to cell function. Most cells are small in size in relation to their volume. Large cells have less surface area as compared to small cells. As shown in the diagram, surface area of one large cube is equal to 5400 meter square, whereas the surface area of 27 small cubes is equal to 16,200 micrometer square. So we can conclude that membranes of small cells can serve their volume more easily than membrane of a large cell. Students, we have completed all our topics and I hope that you have understood all the topic that I have explained. Now we will move toward the exercise question answers given at the end of the chapter on page number 88. Understanding the concepts. Question number 1. Explain the function of a cell membrane. And in this question they are asking about the function of cell membrane. Its answer is given on page number 57 and 59, in which in the answer you will tell about the semi-permeability of cell membrane, and then also that it can maintain the internal composition of the cell and it can sense the chemical messages and so on. Question number 2. Describe the structure of cell wall. Its answer is given on page number 57, and in this you have to explain about the primary cell wall and secondary cell wall and also about plasmodesmata. Question number 3. Discuss nucleus structure and function. In this question they are asking about the structure of nucleus and its function. So it's given on page number 60, and in this you have to explain about all the term like nuclear envelope, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, etc., and then you have to tell the function. Now question number 4. Describe the structure and function of endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus. Its answer is on page number 63 and page number 64. On page number 63 you will discuss about the endoplasmic reticulum and the types of the endoplasmic reticulum and what is their function, and then on page number 64 Golgi apparatus. In this you will first describe the structure of Golgi apparatus and then the function of Golgi apparatus. Question number 5. Describe the formation and function of lysosome. And similarly in this question you will also give the formation, how the lysosomes are formed, and then you will describe the function of lysosome, and its answer is given on page number 64. And in all these questions you have to draw the diagrams as well as diagrams. They are very much important. And now we will come toward question number 7. Describe the internal structure of chloroplast and compare it with mitochondria. In this question, first of all, you will explain the internal structure of chloroplast, that is given on page number 63, in which you will describe about the thylakoid, stroma, granum, and then you will give a comparison between mitochondria and chloroplast. Now come towards question number 10. State the relationship between cell function and cell structure. Its answer is given on page number 67. They are asking about the relationship between cell function and cell structure. So its answer is given on page number 67, and it's in the form of the table in which they have described us it in different categories like size and shape, surface area to volume ratio, and presence or absence of organelles. Now question number 11. Describe the differences in prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Its answer is given on page number 66. In this question they have asked you about the differences between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, and its answer is given on page number 66, in which you have to describe the differences like the difference between their nucleus, the presence or absence of the organelles, size of the ribosomes, and the chemical composition of the cell wall. Now question number 12. Explain how surface area to volume ratio limits the cell size. Its answer is given on page number 68, and in this you will tell about the cell size and the surface area to volume ratio, and you can also draw the diagram in order to explain your answer. Now students, come toward the short question answers. Question number 1. State the cell theory. In this question, they are asking about the principles of cell theory, which are given on page number 56. The three principles of the cell theory, like all organisms are composed of one or more cells. Cells are the smallest living things, the basic unit of organization of all the organism, and cells arise only by divisions in previously existing cells. Question number 2. What are the functions of leucoplast and chromoplast? In this question, they are asking about the functions of leucoplast and chromoplast. Its answer is given on page number 62 and 63. And first of all, the function of leucoplast. The leucoplast, they are basically the colorless lipid, and what are their function? They store starch, protein, and lipids. And what is the function of chromoplast? Chromoplast, basically its function is to give colors to flower petals and fruits, and they also help in the pollination and dispersal of fruit. Thank you.